Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Witchy Wednesday. Today, I was thinking of doing a different herb, and then you know what? It came to me yesterday that I need to talk about garlic. I don't think I've ever done a video on garlic, and I haven't seen many on garlic out there. Garlic is one of those herbs that everybody has in their pantry more often than not. And I'm not going to edit any of my little stumblings out because I want to get this video done. I don't have a lot of time um, because I actually have food coming. So anyway, it came to me and it's like, oh, hey, do one on garlic. It's something that a lot of people have in their kitchen. It's something that a lot of people use in food, but maybe we don't think about using it in our witchy practice. Uh, at least for those who are not kitchen witches. So anyway, first things first, a little on the history. It is part of the onion family. The Romanians used to use it to ward off vampires. Also, it was used in China and Malaysia to ward off vampires. Um, some of the health effects or health benefits. And keep in mind, I am not a medical physician, so take this as you will, and always consult a doctor. It is an insect repellent. It has been used in treating respiratory ailments. It has antioxidants and it is an antimicrobial. It aids in preventing blood clots, but do take care if you are on blood thinners because eating too much will thin out your blood a little too much, is one thing that I've read. Always consult your doctor before, changing your dietary needs and whatnot, especially if you have any of those conditions. It is known to lower cholesterol, and you can also use it as a burn ailment. So like a burn salve, or like an oil that if you have it in oil form, or even if you just cut a piece of a clove of garlic and rub it on a burn wound. It is supposed to help with those effects, those little ouchies that we get. Anyway, metaphysically, it is most commonly used in banishing, uh, for protection, for passion, spell breaking, warding, which is very similar to protection, clairvoyance, divination, healing, and let's see, repelling thieves, just to name a few. There's like a long list of things that garlic is really good for, and it's easy to use. Um, some ways that we can use it in our practice is that you can use it in cooking. Very easy, very simple. Many of us who like to cook use garlic. I know I do. I love a lot of garlic. If I come out smelling like a clove of garlic whenever I'm eating something, all the better. If you like to eat hummus, that usually has garlic in it, depending on the hummus that you consume, if it is a traditional hummus or not. Um, so using that as a way of doing a passion or a love spell, keep in mind your own ethics and morality of doing spell work on somebody else or with somebody else. Make sure that you have either their consent or that you have already talked about the boundaries and everything dealing with your witchiness. Um, it said that if you put a clove of garlic in with your divination tools, it can ward off little nasties. We've talked about little nasties whenever we were talking about, let's see if I can get it here, this way, right there. Modern Magic, the 12 lessons in the high magical arts, whenever, by Donald Michael Craig. Whenever we were talking about that, we talk about little nasties, which I kind of like that term of little nasties, things that just kind of cling on to you whenever you are doing some of the working that we do. And with divination, sometimes things come through and they kind of just want to stick around. Well, using a little clove of garlic to put with your tools, though it might not smell the best, it is something that you can do. I probably wouldn't, just because I don't want that smell to be all over my tools. I like the smell of garlic overall. I don't want everything reeking of garlic, though. It's a very potent smell. You can bury your spell remnants um, with a clove of garlic if you were looking to break a spell. So let's say, um, oh geez, I don't have anything around here. Um, okay, let's say I'm doing a little spell where, I have some herbs in here, and I put a couple of these beads in, maybe with some things that I need or that I want to have come to me. Well, if that spell starts to go awry, you know, pertaining to what I intended, if it starts to go a little off the track, you know what? Just take all the spell contents, toss them in a little hole, and put a clove of garlic in with it, and it's said to break the spell. Uh, I would probably do something a little bit different personally. I would try to maybe either use a reverse mirror box to bury it in, or I would put something out there as far as to counteract the effects of that spell. Or, just think through a spell very carefully before you actually do one, is what I suggest to do most of all. If you've been watching for any length of time, you know these things. Um, let's see, what else, what else, what else? If you have garlic in the bedroom, it kind of acts like a dream catcher. So if you have that hanging in the bedroom, like a little, like, bulb of garlic, you hang it in the bedroom, it is supposed to ward off any evil nasties or little nasties that are out there that are trying to get to you, whether it be through bad dreams or through spiritual planes or whatnot. It is said to ward them off and protect you during your slumber. However, if you're also sick, it is supposed to help you get well. So there's some things that can be beneficial if you have a bulb or a clove of garlic hanging in your bedroom. And the one that I did not know, and maybe those who um, are devotees to Hecate may know this already, but it is a good offering to Hecate, apparently, and that's one thing that I didn't know. There's a lot of things on this list that I did not know about garlic, because it's not something that is really a go-to thing. A couple other things that you can try that I didn't write down because they just came to me while writing some of the stuff down that I didn't bother to write it down, is if you are doing a protection on your house, you can take a clove of garlic and you can plant it around the barrier of your house. Now, keep in mind that whenever you bury a clove of garlic, it will probably sprout. So you may end up having those effects. Now, if you have like little ground up pieces, that might be more beneficial. Uh, you can buy garlic very cheaply at the regular grocery store. You can buy it already like ground up and everything. And if you buy it in the ground up, in the little powder form, the garlic powder, you can actually just sprinkle that around the boundary of your property. Doing that will act as a ward and as a protection for your dwelling. You can take some garlic oil or some, if you get the minced garlic in like we buy it by a big jar. And if you get that, you can take some of the juices and put it along your front door, kind of like putting blood on the doorposts for Passover. But you can do that to ward off anything evil coming into your house. I don't take the more drastic effects like that. I don't put up boundaries that how do I want to say this? I don't put up boundaries that strong because I don't feel that it's necessary. If there is ever a time that it is necessary for me, absolutely I will, without a doubt. put up boundaries like that. However, I haven't personally felt like I needed it. So that do as you will, because you know your own situation, you know your mileage may vary. If you are one that is extremely open psychically, then I would suggest putting up bigger barriers than ones where, you know, I'm not open as psychically. Um, Not anymore. I've kind of toned back or toned down, stepped back a little from the psychic world, to divert my attention to other areas. So to me, those things don't come through as strongly, so they don't bother me as much. But your mileage, again, may vary. That's all that I have for today. Join me on Saturday for our Witchy Book Club series. We will be finishing out Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig, the 12 Lessons in the High Magical Arts. A little shout out to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you, Linda and Sophia. If you would like to be a patron on Patreon, hit up the link down below. If you like to get something tangible for your money, hit up the eBay link. That supports me, it supports this channel, it helps keep the lights on. And food in the kitty bellies, like little Karen here. Okay. She totally did not think I was going to pick her up, and I just did, and she's like, no. Um, hit up that eBay link. I do give discounts, so if you see something that you like, go ahead and shoot me an offer. Let's see. If you don't have the finances to support this channel or support the Christo-Pagan church that we're trying to start, you can support either one in other ways. You can hit the subscribe link right there. If you've done that, hit that bell notification, hit those thumbs up or thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me at all. Appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. If you have done all of that, hit up the comment section down below. Let me know if you have used garlic in your practice. Very interested in that because I haven't heard it talked about that much. If you have done all that, and if it is safe for you to do so, consider sharing this on your social media platforms. But that's all that I have for today. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.